ACCC. I'm Shane.
I'm Dan.
And we're back for another episode of Wake and Bake Wednesday. Looks like episode 42. It's been a couple weeks since we did some Wake and Bake Wednesday.
Just got a little busy with work and shit.
Kind of forgot about it too. Like we just sit down and usually we make a list of videos that we can do over the weekend or whatever, and we try to knock out as many as we can, and we just kind of forgot about WNB lately.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of glass and, been just doing a lot of other content. So we're bringing back the WNBW, episode 42. We got some kosher rolled up in this joint right here. Got some fire dabs. And we're just going to get baked and answer some questions. So let's just go right on to number one. What do you think of isolated terpenes, like the ones from Blue River Terpenes? I'd say I'm not a huge fan of them. Obviously people are adding them in to like the clear or, the pure, whatever you call it. They're really good in vape pens, but as far as that's not the flavor I'm looking for, I'm looking for more of like the real flavor of weed, not like some fucking lemonade bullshit.
I tried the Blue River ones once, the sour diesel one.
Oh, yeah.
And I was impressed. That's the shit that's actually made from weed. It's actually just the terps extracted from weed. No, there's so many other companies out there. When people talk about the terps, and especially the stuff that's used in most of the vape pens, which is like the fake shit.
Obviously, I wasn't aware of what Blue River terpenes are. So if they're actually weed terpenes, then that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to show you their site later, dude. It's pretty crazy. You can actually fucking dogs. You can actually buy terpenes made from weed online and get them shipped to you from this website. Because technically there's no THC in it. It's not, it's not illegal. It's just pure terpenes.
Right.
But it is made from weed. They sell fucking glue. They sell a couple different perp strains. They sell OGs. They got sour.
Well, in that sense, then that's pretty cool. As far as like the other fake or not fake terpenes, but artificial terpenes, whatever you call them, like the lemon, the lime, all that stuff, I'm not a big fan of. But as far as that's pretty cool.
Did we talk about the popcorn lung thing a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I told you about
the fucking vape pens, dude.
Yeah, this guy called me. He's like, "Hey, what do you think about adding artificial terps to vape pens?" I'm like, look up popcorn lung. Yeah. So.
But the real terps, I'm all about that.
Yeah, all about the real terps.
Let's see. Do you guys feel the 1 to 6 star rating system for rating bubble hash is a good way to do it? Based on melt versus micron. That comes from Louis Wave.
We've always done 1 to 10.
No, I think he means like for like retail weed. Like that's mainly a Washington thing, I think. I've seen it a little bit out here too, a little bit in California, but it seems like just about everybody in Washington does that with their bubble hash. And I would imagine there's some structure to the system, but I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, me either.
I couldn't imagine why it's a 6. There must be some reason it is. If somebody knows, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Feel free to enlighten us. Maybe if we get a good answer, we'll mention that next week.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine why it wouldn't be a 1 to 5 or a 1 to 10.
Right.
Usually when we rate something, those are the scales that we work on.
Yeah.
Just for reviews and stuff. But maybe there is a reason it's 1 to 6. If you guys know the reason, definitely
we do.
let us know.
But I'm sure all the same shit factors into it though, as far as like meltiness and fucking consistency, whether it's light or dark,
Yeah.
I don't know why it's 1 to 6.
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll get enlightened here by someone going on. This is kind of a good question from Young Gucci Sosa. Is this guy like a fucking rapper?
Young Gucci. What's the question?
If you could cross any 3 strains together, what would they be and what would you name it?
Any 3? I'll let you think about that one.
That's a tough one because some days I would just come out and say like my 3 favorite strains, no matter what they are. Like, oh, these are my 3 favorite strains, so this is what I would pick. But it's kind of like going up to the fucking soda machine, like at a pizza parlor or something with the fucking cup, and say your 3 favorite sodas are like orange soda, root beer, and fucking lemonade. Like, you couldn't mix 3 more horrible things together than that, you know?
Yeah.
Just because they're your 3 favorites doesn't mean necessarily that they should go together.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because like when you cross something, you get something, a whole new different animal. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't really pick your 3 favorite strains and say you want to cross them because you could come out with some doo-doo. It's a possibility, you know.
Yeah, and which 2 strains would you cross together first, and then would you want an equal ratio of all 3 strains, or there's a million different ways that you could go about, crossing them too. So
yeah.
But I guess I don't know. I would want something that is kind of an all-around good strain. There would definitely have to be some OG in there.
Yeah.
Maybe like a really good SFV cut or something like that.
Yeah. You know, maybe some cookies, or like I like a hybrid. You know, like a 50-50, 60-40. So there would have to be a little sativa in there as well.
Yeah, I would think about throwing like a terpy sativa in there, but you would have to pick the right one that would complement like the cookies and the OG well. You know, you couldn't just come out and be like, oh, you know, Candy Jack, oh, fucking, you know, whatever other crazy strains that are out there, you know.
You got to think about what would go good with whatever you're fucking with, you know. Like, I think if you're going to do some cookies and OG, then maybe some Sour D would be a good, you know, sativa to throw in there or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know, like Tangy. I like Tangy. It's awesome flavor, powerful, but there's certain things that I wouldn't mix it with. Right. And if I'm gonna mix it with something, you got to get the ratio right, because otherwise it just overpowers whatever you're trying to mix it with. And
Tangy's super powerful.
You know,
the terps on that are crazy. But yeah, I guess.
What does it say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to answer that, fucking probably some SFVs, some, you know, good form cookies or some shit. OGKB.
I would have to plot that out. If I just had a room with just unlimited genetics that I could just take with me, all verified, you know, it would be a tough call. I would definitely have to think it out. But something like Tangy, that just has a ton of terps, that doesn't really get me high. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, that strain, kind of that family of strains with that flavor, the Calio and stuff, that just doesn't do it for me.
Right.
So just because it tastes good doesn't necessarily mean I would put it in. But I would have such a hard time leaving out some of those fruity sativa type strains too.
Yeah.
To talk
dab in that joint got me right where I want. Yeah, we ain't got no fucking ashtray once again. We keep it classy around here, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of CCC theme. We're not anti-ashtray.
We sit down and we're like, we got so much shit, you know. We got the dabbers, the rigs,
we got this, we got everything we need
except for an ashtray. But oh well, notebook works fine.
What's your guys' opinion on Q-tip tech from Scoresman 923?
Obviously, we like it.
At first, I was
making hella fun of it, dude.
Yeah, to be first,
like these snobs, you know. But
I'm like, dude, who the fuck has this? Like, come on, that's just a nut. Like, dabbing is already a little bit ridiculous, even though I fucking love it. All these fucking tools that we need, all these things that, you know. Invite somebody over who dabs and they show up with a fucking Pelican case. You think
in a backpack.
The neighbors think they got like they're coming over to work on their gun or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even fucking know. All these different gadgets, and everybody's got a fucking, you know, backpack with a million things in it and big old torches. But so what's the big deal about some fucking Q-tips on the table? You know what I mean?
No, it's awesome though.
But for some reason, when I saw it, we both clowned a little bit.
Yep, and then we bought these guys right here, the Grails, and we're like, well, we got a brand new, you know, little accessory. Let's try the Q-tip from the start.
It definitely keeps it cleaner longer. I was like, that's overrated, but fucking
the flavor.
You can take hundreds and hundreds of dabs on it, and it looks the way other quartz would look after maybe 50 dabs. You know, so if you just want to like keep it fresh in that sense, it's cool.
Yeah, we like it. We're doing it. Obviously, we like it. So yeah. Q-tip Terry. Number 5. Have you ever been arrested for something something marijuana related by Paul and Silas? Whoever that is.
2 people, I guess. One account. All these questions come from Instagram. If you guys are wondering where we put the questions, we usually mention that at the beginning. At the CCC420.
Yeah.
On IG.
Check it out.
Pretty big.
I'm super high. I came into this video sober. I just drove like an hour and a half south to come meet this fucker. And I was pretty sober, and now I'm super baked. So, anyways, arrested, marijuana related. No.
I have.
One time.
Well, when we were minors.
Minors, yeah. But I wasn't technically arrested. Our parents came and picked us up. But yeah, I guess
Well, we still got put in handcuffs.
we were
put in the back of
we
the
were
cop
parked in the red zone.
Or no, they let you go.
They let me drive home.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Anyways, we were parked in a red zone at a high school, and it was like the big roundabout right when you pull into the school. Obvious as day, boxing out my mom's truck, like right after I got my license.
On Christmas, right?
On Christmas Eve. Like, how much more fucking obvious could we be, right?
We were like you just got your license. You were like 16.
Yeah, we were
15 and a half maybe. I don't know. 16, I guess.
16. But yeah, that was our only encounter with the law.
Nope, I got pulled over again. I got pulled over when I was like, again, 16 or 17.
Here, you haven't hit this.
And remember I got pulled over in the truck by the 7-Eleven, and they took the bong out of my car, and this guy just happened to drive by with one of our other buddies.
I pulled into the 7-Eleven and watched the whole thing.
But it just happened to be like on the most frequented road going in and out of our town. Yeah. So I was getting texts from like all my friends from school, like, "Yo, dude, what'd you do?" Because I was on the side of the road for like 45 minutes. I just bought a 3-foot bong, like just a straight tube. I think it was an AMG with like the ash catcher and shit, like old school. This is like 2006.
Yeah.
And the cops took that and put it on the top, and then I also had a little bubbler. They took that, they put it on the top. I had some little jars of weed.
I was driving by and I seen fucking a bong on top of a roof, and I was like, "Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's Shane. Oh, fuck."
And then you pulled into the 7-Eleven and just sat there and watched me for a while. Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Everybody knew about that in these days.
What? Every time he gets high, he starts fucking going down really fucking low.
Yeah, my volume level just
dips
away. Alright. Jesus Christ. If someone said you could have any mothership piece you want, what style, what color, and what size would you pick? From Stunt Hunter 710. I would get whatever I could resell for the most amount.
Yeah, me too.
Like, obviously, do that mothership, that one with all the moons or whatever, that one for like $100,000.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Give me that one.
I'll sell it. I'll buy a dope whip, and I'll buy like 20 other sweet pieces with it.
Yeah, I'll get like a Taurus maybe, and then go get a fucking dope whip.
Yeah.
The Taurus was my favorite mothership, but even those are expensive.
And the one that we have, the one that I got before all the hype. I think I paid like $1,100 for that thing, which, you know, they've like doubled, tripled, quadrupled in price or whatever. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's the same exact piece.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I wouldn't really overpay for any mothership, to be honest. Not hating, it's good glass, but it's all relative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those minis, I don't like the minis. Yeah. With the fucking built-in bucket on it, that's just, nah. Especially for the price, that's not
my style. That kind of leads into the next question pretty good, though. What's the most money you would spend on a piece?
It depends where you're at in life at that time.
Right now?
No.
$500.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I was making dough, maybe.
In the past, I'd say I would never really spend more than $2,000 on a piece, and I would have to fucking love that piece. It would have to be. It would just have to be something that I had to have, and I would have to have all my other priorities straight first. You know what I mean? But,
totally. Yeah.
But anything that you could just tip over and break, or that one of these fucking dogs could just jump up here and knock over or something. Yeah, I'm not trying to spend that much, and I definitely appreciate the artistic perspective, but some of I don't know. The glass market's all messed up from a bunch of different angles.
Yeah, I mean, I would say $2,500.
Yeah, would be realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a fucking billionaire, I'd buy whatever the hell I wanted, but that's not the case. So. Everybody's price range is different, but if you're when people ask questions like this, I feel like they're they're like, how much should I spend on a piece, or what am I, you know, what's too much to spend on a piece? If you're just looking for something that hits good and you're looking to get your first nice piece, you can spend fucking $200 or $300 and get something that you're gonna love.
Yeah, this was $500 right here.
It's not like when you see scientific glass and it's fucking, you know, $10,000. It's not because it hits amazing. It's because of the you know, the intricacy and the skill and time that it took to make it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you got to spend that kind of money to get something that you're gonna enjoy hitting. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. We're way too baked. CCC, Wake Big Wednesday. I'm Shane.
I'm Dan.
Peace.
Peace.